Hi, this is Elena with Angel Messages with Elena and the Star of Destiny. I've been saying that a lot. I've been putting a lot of things on Instagram. I want to thank you all for joining me on the solar eclipse and new moon reading. I will be using two oracle decks. The questions for the new moon will be under Sandra Ann Taylor's Energy Oracle, and the new moon reading, the new quantum oracle. So excited to add some new cards into my collection. I've added some a couple new readings. I've been adding the cards, condensing things down. Still working on the MP3s for 2020. So excited. I'm more than halfway done with them, and I'll put them up with a little booklet so that you can see the cards that correspond to each month, as well as the situation and clarity for 2020. So excited. Okay, so thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining my family. I am so blessed to have you all here, and those who are yet to come. Thank you for joining me. Please give me some hearts. Even if you don't want to leave a comment down below, just leave me a heart. Give me a thumbs up and a share in bed. I mean, yeah, the more that you interact with me, make comments. I'll try to make comments on as fast as I can. Also, an announcement for January 1st, I will be doing an oracle reading, and we'll be using the Power Animals of the Planet by Ellen Brenneman for the month of January 4. Those are, if you have leadership abilities, if you're in the Capricorn, it's going to be under the Capricorn daily read or the daily oracle. So yeah, you want to stay tuned for that. We do have two more on January 1st. I will also do the Oak Island reading. So Wednesday, I think, is that the 24th or Christmas Day? So Christmas Day, New Year's Day, two more Oak Island readings. And yeah, just stay tuned for the, how things are going out. I am working on self-care. So, hello, the hairdo is kind of changing. So, I will be uploading things on there. So, time to get a little personal, right? Okay, so into the solar eclipse, which is December 26th, but that is also new moon. So all the energies are influenced between December 24th and December 29th. So the questions that are coming, there are 6 different questions that we want to ask ourselves into the solar eclipse. And this also works for the lunar eclipse. And by the way, on my Etsy, I do have a little work booklet that you can download. And when you do a reading, or you could do, this video as part of your reading for the things that you're looking for. So make these questions personal as well. So what are all of you called to let go? What are all of you ready to release? And this is the 42, the card that is a woman holding a coin. And it's just like, what? I thought it's supposed to be getting better. But this is the blessings, and this is about the miracles and how our spirit guides, angels, our God, Jesus, all of these entities, all of these who are like God, that are coming to show you divinity and to let go of holding on to the outcome. Blessed is to give than to receive, right? But when we do give it, we bring it back. This reminds me of Ebenezer Scrooge, and how he held on to his money and he counted his money. He didn't want to let it go. He didn't care. It's just like, it's time to let that go and do some volunteer work. It's not about money, it's about that financial gain that you're holding on to, the end results kind of way. So there's a woman who is coming who is going to help you let go of those things. It kind of reminds me as well as looking to how are we born again? It's like you can't bring riches into the kingdom. Well, because it's very spiritual, and the actions of letting things go, living a life, not a poverty, because they were wealthy. They did things. The disciples made tents and they mended fishing nets. So they still had an income. They still had a livelihood while they were still spreading good news, which gospel means good news. All right. So what are you called to let go that is going to bring you financial freedom? All right. What is holding you back? So those are the kind of things that you want to ask yourself. So the second question is, what is working and what to hang on to, right? There's a time to let go, but if there's something is working and working, well, then let's bring it in. And that is a man holding a heart. This is divine masculine. This is, soulmate potential. This is definitely masculine. So it's just like the things that are on the right side of the feminine energy with the money now is coming into the left side. The reality is this love. I love this because you have to have love. And those of us who have healed our own selves, who's mended, is helping others to release those emotions and release those walls and come crashing down so that your heart can live, not thrive. That's survival mode. We're conquerors. So, because what's so important is that a lot of you don't understand is that love is healing, and you can amplify the energy through your fingertips out through your arms into your voice, and your whole body becomes this instrument, this musical instrument of love. So yeah, divine masculine is coming in. It's like the things that you do for love, all these things, then those things will come in. So think of unconditional love without conditions. That is what's coming in. Oh gosh, it kind of reminds me of Messiah. So December 23rd is going to be that's going to be important to you, because that's when I'm going to do the Christmas Carol on Charles Dickens reading, but also Christmas Eve. It's the feminine to Christmas, which is a lot of people don't understand, this vitality of life that happens in the evening, right? Christmas Eve is usually done midnight Christmas Eve to go into Christmas Day and how it's blended. So a lot of people don't get into the divine feminine energy, but in one day, we can all change on December 24th. So those are the things you hang on to, that love, because it's coming. So what are the new energy is coming in? So this is the angel of balance. This is a 48 card. So balance. This angel is working with you. She's got a lot of light blue and some dark blue. So the light blue is about the communication and how when we talk, we can bring in so much love. We can reunite people. Work with Archangel Gabriel. He hearkens and he heralds. He brings unity. He brings good news, especially to pregnant women. And the dark blue is our third eye into the visions, and it goes into the hearing. And remember, all of this kind of blends and it flows. So it's not supposed to just say this is this area, this is this area, but it flows and you can direct your energy wherever you go. So, and she holds this vial of light blue, of this teal. And the light blue is, the communication, that it's the air elements as well. So the air elements into the ether, which is above, into the stars, the soul seat. Now this is a waxing of the moon. So new moon is about the things that we let go. So this is going to go really well into this reading, because the new moon is going to bring this flirtatious time, this time that we become like a child, that we have this real easy trust and assurance that everything is going to work out, right? And then we have the pyramids of Giza in the back, and I actually plotted them according to the Orion's belt into the Sinai desert. So someday I'll have to show that to you. But those are stars. They were actually gilded with granite, so that, and then the top part, I forget what that top part is, right on top of my head, is kind of like everything that is put together. That is supposed to look like stars. Egyptians, they were pretty awesome in their architecture. All right, so number 4, how am I going to reach people? Isn't that the question of the day? How do I do it? All right, so the energy that comes in is the door to value. Is that those doors of opportunities are opening. So how are you going to reach people? Well, you're going to be aware that these doors are opening. So these are opportunities that are presenting themselves. So you don't have to go knocking on each door. The doors are automatically opening, and it's bringing financial gain. So you don't have to worry about finances. No, because it's going to come. So yeah, just be aware. That is how you're going to reach people, is just being aware of opportunities. Opportunities are going to be presenting themselves either by email, through social media, through the mail. It could be somebody who comes knocking on your door personally, in your office, at your home, when you're grocery shopping, all of these opportunities. So just be aware of it. And it is the card 31. Okay, so remember 31. December 31 is real important to me because that's my birthday. So 31 is a very powerful number. Also read Proverbs 31. It tells you the book of Proverbs, why you need wisdom, and then who is wisdom. So read book of Proverbs chapter 31. 5, are the people ready to transform? Isn't that, that is like the number one thing, is like, are they ready to transform? Are they ready to do the work? And this is 30, and it's the garden and the gate. It's like there's a lot of people who are ready, but they're just not sure. So if you're somebody who's like, well, I don't know exactly how to do it. It's like, well, a lot of us, we've been doing spiritual readings and tapping into the readings of the angels, and it's knowing who to hear the voice. And 2020 is coming in where I see a lot of prophecies being fulfilled, spiritual world colliding into our physical world, spiritual to physical. We're going to see that. So it's just like, with the impeachment of the president, that they want him to go out. It's like, gosh, just think of the Messiah, how she's going to deal with everyone. It's just like, are they going to be acceptance of her? Because we have the Statue of Liberty, which is the goddess of the dawn that brings in the light. And, is she going to be able to handle everyone? So we have the free will. We have, if you make that choice, yes, I want to do it, the angels are going to be clapping their hand. They're like, okay, then let's go, girl. Let's go, boy. This is the way to do it. If you don't, that's fine too. If you have your choice. And study horses, because horses are the epitome to free will. Because, well, for one thing, they were wild animals at one time, and they had learned to trust people and to partner with them. And they make really excellent partners because they're so intuitive. Not only are they graceful and strong and, all this wonderful stuff, but they want to partner with us because they treat us as their family, as the boss mare, as a leader in the stallion. So definitely follow the patterns and how they work into the wild is definitely how I worked with them while I was doing the trail rides. So last question for the solar eclipse is, are the people ready to use their spiritual gifts? And we have Archangel Gabriel. So he entered twice. So Archangel Gabriel is going to do the connections, and he's going to show all of this through communication, through the sound of the voice. Because the sound is 693 megahertz, and it's all divisible by 3s. And that comes down to 18, which comes into 9. So there's a fulfillment that happens. So on this card, he has his trumpet. He has, it's like, I'm not sure what's in this hand, but it's of technology as well and communications. So definitely the air. I really believe that there's a lot of people who are searching and are ready. So, I say yes. Are they ready to use their gifts? Yes. I see a lot of people who are more than willing to do their transformation as well, and to do the work. Once you do the work, I mean, that's easy peasy. It's like, once you get through it, that's the hard part. But when you get to the other half, like I have, it's just like, oh, that was easy. And remember, Capricorns, 2020, if you have Capricorn anywhere in your signs, 2020 is going to be the foundation. But Capricorns, we're leading it for the next 30 years. We're leading this. So, yeah, leadership is duly noted. Okay, so when we do the new moon, I do it clockwise according to the directions: north, east, south, and west. And there's 4 cards I pulled for this using the Quantum Oracle. And the number 1 card is north. North is our North Star. North is how we are pointed to the direction, and how we do that is through leadership and through teachers. So, but it's also about the right teacher and us personally. So it's like coming within ourselves and being quiet in the mind, peaceful. That, you know, when the world is rocking and rolling, we're having a ball. We don't get into the fear. You know, we've gone past the fear. So you want to have a teacher that has gone past that we're not going to be quivering in our boots when the world wants to do this rocking and rolling. So our first card is the number 3, is the people, and it's about friends and colleagues. So this is like the most beautiful time to get to know people. Celebrations are going to be happening through Christmas and then into January for these parties and business parties. This is the time to mingle and to get out there. So yeah, if you have been by yourself for a while, like myself, I mean, I had to do a reading to my guardian angel candle and to my Christmas blessing candle that I did. And it's like, you need to do self-care. And what does self-care entail? Well, to get out. I don't have friends that I just go out, because all my friends are in the Midwest, and I've been here Tucson for 10 years and I haven't been out to really get to know people. So people say they want to come and be with you, but if you don't have money to go and do anything, then there's just like, oh, well, we have money, we're going to go and do our own thing. So I've been able to contact some people for some retreats and free belly dance class for a new harem. So yeah, getting out there and mingling. All right, so now you have this is the number 8 intention card. And discovery is upside down. So when we have something that is upside down, it's a realignment. So you're not out to discover anything new, right? Everything that you are brought here to this channel, Angel Messages with Elena, is that you already have that talent. You don't have to rediscover who you are. You are already discovered. You already got this pot of gold. You are gold. It's just like there's no more searching for you. So while you're going out there and looking for colleagues, don't look for colleagues for you for them to teach you. You go out and to find who is going to be backing you into your teaching and leadership. So different. All right, so the event is, this one is about loss. All right, so there, you may feel that you have lost a part of yourself, right? You may feel like things have been unbalanced, but you know, just like I'm lost on this desert island, and there's a boat, but do I really want to connect with, you know, people again? And I say yes. I think then this is the most opportune time to do that, because miracles happen during the Christmas season, and we are right in the middle of it all during the new moon. So then this is the energy of letting go. So it's the number 3 energy to letting go. It's just like the dogs wants to pull you somewhere, but you're like, I want to let that go. I want to let go of that bondage. I want to let that go. And there's, you know, doors of opportunities. Yeah, because these doors are starting to open. That's why they're really bright. And this one is like wide open and it's ready. This is new moon, and that you're ready to let those go. So another thing about dreams, and night terrors is like, if you have them, it's your body saying that it's time to let go. So go ahead and let that go. And the way that you do it in your dreams, because dreams cannot hurt you, right? In our minds, we're like, oh, that was so scary. It bothered me. Okay, yeah, it bothered you, but it can't hurt you. You yourself is holding yourself back. So when you go into this dream at night, before you lay down, it's like, okay, angels, God, whoever you want to talk to, I talk to God. And it's like, okay, Father, I'm going to have this nightmare and it makes me scared. It's unnerving. Please help me get through this. Please help me face my fear in my dreams. And you be really surprised, and how your dreams, your lucid dreaming, will take you exactly where you need to go and to build strength within you. I do believe some people had entities around them that through their dream world, they're attached, right? Because we can't see them, and you will face some of those entities, but you have God and you are a conqueror. So when you face that and you're just like, even just a little bit, and it's just like it takes forever to face it, is that you have powerful legions of guardian angels and archangels behind you that is helping you, and they're standing there. They're like, they'll put their hands on your shoulder and it's like, we got you, girl, but you have to do this. Okay, so that's, a lot of us teachers and leaders is like, we can't do it for you. Just can't. You have to be willing to be the one to do the changing. Okay, so now we're going into this is the East. This is the number 2. This is about divine feminine. It is the female, it's the mother, it's the child, it's the stone, it's faith, it's reception, it's acceptance, it's all these things that we have to become a child to have that faith. So it's like 2 2 2s. So the first card that we get is the 3 of consciousness. Now, consciousness just means what is aware and what is unaware. And these are the dark thoughts. This is like the maze that you have to go through to get past ego. And the things that have been set, maybe some of these dreams are people from the past when we were little. We have a hard time processing emotions and how to react, and react wrong. Then we get pain because somebody hits us, and spanks us. They're not there to really, guide us at that particular age because we're still developing. So things that has happened from the past, this is the things that are going to be coming up, and that you can overcome all of those dark thoughts, because those dark thoughts are not your thoughts. These are thoughts that the entities or people who have talked to you since you were little, maybe even in your mother's womb, and maybe even in your past lives, because we are born pure until we go through all this training, and it's like we've been trained to think this way, right? The brainwashing and everything that our government does to us. I mean, hello, look at what they're doing to President Trump, which nobody could do for President Obama, and so yeah, be the rebel, stay in there. So there is a way that you can overturn the United States. Yep, it says for the one who there is a way, and I know how to do that. So the dark thoughts are not your thoughts. So overcome that and squash them and do whatever you can to get rid of those thoughts. So now we go into the second of consciousness. This is your present power, and your present power is feline. You got the lion and you got the tiger, and it's kind of like, it's better than Sigrid and Freud, okay? Because they do the white tigers. But this goes beyond magic. This is like, you have a power within you that is rising up, that you are, it goes beyond magic. I mean, it really does. I mean, what a powerful leader that you and everyone is going to be around you. And it's during this time, this is a time of miracles, and that, our loved ones, our ancestors, our spirit animals. So this could be your spirit animals, Leo and the tiger, the lion and the tiger. So look into your spirit animals and what these mean for you. But this is, the time where, have you ever wondered why so many miracles happen at Christmas? Not just because Jesus died and come again, because I believe it's a female that is coming, and it's two felines. The cats are especially protective over spiritual powers. They have when I was banishing out demons in my home, we had all kinds of poltergeist. Yeah, I can't even talk. But my cat would walk around me counterclockwise every time I prayed and stood and stomped my feet. She would walk around me till I was done praying. She was my protector. And Egyptians, they would have cats in the temples and into the pyramids, not to chase mice, but because they're spiritual protectors. They come when we need them the most. So December is about the new beginning for a new moon. So December is new moon during this new moon time. So it's just like there's things that you're going to get for these blessings that will pave the way into 2020. So I kind of look at December 2019 as January 2020, I guess. So there's a lot of green in here. And it's like all of this, the light is showing through and peeking through, is showing you who your spiritual guides are and who's, protecting you. So now we have the 4 consciousness, which is great gratitude. And it's kind of interesting that they're all under consciousness and spirit. So instead of looking at yourself as poor or poverty stricken and all this stuff, and I wish I had more, is be gratitude. Bring in, if you're getting blessed, thank you. Say thank you to the person, but to God. We say thank you to the energies that is around us, because the law of attraction is through not only of the love in the heart, but the gratitude. I remember doing my readings earlier this year, and it's just like you're not being grateful enough, because I stopped praying over my food, because I stopped making my own food for like 4 years. And it's just like, oh, you hear that? It's just like, okay, yeah, I will do more gratitude, and I pray over my food. And I've always, did something special over my food in a circle. But yeah, to speak it out, because that's going to also keep bringing in those blessings. So this is, victim mentality. This is the number 7. So yeah, that is definitely into this part where my daughter was just talking to me about a fight that her and this nemesis that she's had in school for 6 years, that she finally just blew up. And how this narcissist in her school had played the victim. So everyone is like looking at my daughter like she is the narcissist, and that she did all this on purpose, when it was this other person, because she's playing the victim. So the one other thing that I did not do, which was hard for judges to even talk with me, is because I refused to look at myself as a victim to domestic violence, even though I've survived domestic violence. I'm like, you know what? And that was working with a chaplain in Huachuca when I got my divorce papers, because I was served when I was in the military. I had even been there a couple of months. And she's like, you could either choose to be the victim, or you could choose to be the warrior and to fight. So I chose to fight, and I fought until God told me to stop. But to know that there is water that is coming out of this waterfall that is coming into reality. So it's just like there is a flow that is coming to cleanse you of this idea of that you're a victim, because no, you're not the victim. You're a warrior. You know what you have gone to get to where you're at. And if you've done journaling or start your journal now, you know what it takes to teach other people to get past the victim mentality, to get into conquering mode. And that's what I'm here today. This is healing waters, and the waters that flows, and it's going to release you from this bondage. And some of you may have even been abducted or in human or sex trafficking. That can even happen in marriage. I talked to somebody who they staying in a relationship because as long as the guy gets sex, he does everything for her, which is not right either, because that's not a true relationship. But just kind of know where the mentalities come from, that you can change that. And it takes time because it also changes behavior. Now we're going into the 3, and that's south. 3 is about your immediate family. 3 is about your family. So mom and dad with God in the center. Because we should always have God in center. When you're spiritual, it's the spiritual energies you have a center. I choose to pray to God. And God is like every being of God that you can think of is the being of God, male and female, both, that I can identify, that goes beyond my comprehension even. And divine masculine, divine feminine, that come together to make that foundation that comes up into the triangle. And to know the triangle is also the fire symbol, that when you are in this healthy relationship, it should spark and ignite and be encouraging, and then you're all a powerful force to be reckoned with. So we have the first card in the south position is the 7 of people. This is professional assistance. All right, so this could be okay, so are you a therapist? Are you a teacher, right? It's like there is an assistance that's coming in to help others in their relationships. And on the other hand, you may also be the ones that's working on your relationships, that there's a professional assistance coming in. This could be even the doors opening for you to get that healing as well. You got the water coming in, so it's like this is the most opportune time now is to ask for assistance. Because the professional assistance will be there. When I got out of the military and I was still part of the farming and they were going through horrible time, I got lots of free professional help with psychiatrists and psychologists. And then also through the military, I went to see some psychologists to change my patterns and why am I attracting the wrong men. All right, so those will come to you as well. So then we come into the 6th consciousness, into deserving. You deserve a happy and healthy relationship with your family, with your spouse. You deserve it. Look at this woman. She's got a castle. She's got beautiful flowers. She's holding these flowers. There's flowers all around her. She's like in flower heaven. Okay, I love flowers, so that would be heaven to me. This is like through the month of the summer, and summer is full moon. So full moon is lots of healing that happens. Roses are definitely real healers. So yeah, use some rose spray, and to know that you are so deserving of a better life, right? And to work out your relationships and these little quirks and these triggers, because you're going to be around with family this season. So, and to know how to get that inner peace in, because you're so deserving to have a very happy life. Very happy. All right. But some of you, yeah, this is the 8 of energy, and this is stuck. This is like, I'm spinning my wheels. So some of you are going to feel that stuck, but look, there's a rainbow right behind you. It's the promise. The promise, God promised that he would never flood the world again, but he didn't say he couldn't use a person whose name also meant water. So this is a truck. This guy is stuck. It's not going to be for very long that you're going to be this stuck. Okay, so I'm not even going to spend that much time on the card because we're moving on. And it's just like moving, it's moving. So now this is events and this is conflict. So yeah, there might be some conflict, and that's probably why it's bringing this stuck energy in. We had the hostility card for the waning of the moon. So that could be part of that as well. So this is, look at that guy. It's like there's a mountain right here, and then he's like in all of this, high water, and it's stormy and it's raging. But it's not going to be for very long. So dealing with family is kind of difficult because the last time they see us is the things that they remembered from the last time that they talked. That's their trigger for us coming into their life. That is our trigger coming into their life. And that if you don't resolve your conflict or to say your truth, then that's going to keep bothering you, right? I used to flee from my mom because my mom had a way of triggering me and piss me off, right? And so when I got married, she was not welcome to my wedding. And she was my abuser. So I had to cut off a lot of things, but she kept showing up at my grandmother's, and finally I figured out my grandmother was calling her and said, oh, by the way, Elena's here. And then a couple hours later, here she comes in because she had to drive about 4 hours. So I got 6 hours with my grandmother, and then I would have to leave. And then finally, I would just come and see my grandmother either before or after the holidays. If she got there, I left. But it wasn't. I worked on myself before I had to talk with her, and it was on her deathbed. She wanted to talk with me, and I said, listen, woman. I'm like, listen here. It's like, you're not telling me anything that I don't already know. Well, because I was psychic. And it's just like, you're not blaming me. You're not talking to me. I've already did everything and worked on myself. It's done. It is done. All right. So I faced my abuser. I told her it was done, that she couldn't do any more to me. So the things that I told her that I knew that she was going to do, she did to my brother instead. So my brother has had a very difficult time working past that, because she has been gone since 2001. And my brother finally, this last year, 2019, finally has been, working on a journey with no addictions. So thanks to, the things my mom had done, it could have happened sooner. For me, I got my healing in 2004. So within 3 years. And then my brother took a lot longer because he allowed her to say those things. We don't take crap from people, and you shouldn't either, no matter if they're your grandmother, if they're your mother or father. You have value and you are worth it. You deserve a happy life. You deserve a life that people love you and adore you. So don't leave a conflict open where they're going to keep coming. With my ex-father-in-law, because he was a pervert, he was a child molester, and he liked to give full body hugs, and I'm not comfortable doing that with people who I'm not close to. And I would go into this defensive, and just in that, he wouldn't do it. And it's just like, you're gonna do it? So it's just like, that is part of, let him know that it was not right for him just to come up and talk with me. And he wanted these, conversations. It's about control, and you don't let people have control, but you let them know, I still love you, but you cannot say those things to me ever again. Work them on that side. Okay, so now we're going into 4. And the 4 is about our bodies. It's on the level east and west. That is balance. So the 1 and the 3 is a balance, upright, and we could look at our bodies this way. And then the 2 and 4, and how Jesus had died on the cross, is for balance. Not that we remember death, because he broke it. He broke what was happening and he changed it. So we can change that too. So 4 is also our outside influences, outside of our family. Could be external families, families that are, uh, like second and third cousins. It could be your community, your neighborhood, your schools, your job, where you go out to meet more people. So yeah, and this is the number 6, the people card, and this is the loving woman. So this is a woman, a divine feminine energy, right? Because the 2 comes right into the 4. It's just like, this is a woman who's coming in to show you what love is, right? If you're working with energies, if you're looking for divine masculine, we had that. It's like this woman is going to teach you what real love is. And this is the external force that is coming in. It's divine feminine energy. Like, I pulled a card today for myself, and I got the Mary of Nazareth, is the mother of Jesus, which is, I am blessed, my courage gives birth to the divine. And it's just perfect. And another card I pulled for today was the owl. Is about truth and to listen. And it's just like, everything is, my readings are just like flowing for me. So this is kind of like this, loving woman who's bringing in how to show you how to love, how to get into the heart chakra, how to get into that blessing of vitality, because you encourage your body to do that, and you can change your influence. So this woman is coming and doing that for all of us. Yeah, so be on the lookout for her. So this is it's a great achievement, but it's upside down. It's number 1, events. So it's upside down. It was going to be achievement. So it may be something that it was going, maybe a promotion didn't go through, maybe your project didn't get fulfilled, maybe that's why the stuck energies that you're bringing into your family, because you're so upset about it. But look, there's a light there, and you know what, let me just turn this upright for you, and that you will get your achievement. You will get this beautiful, this achievement. Maybe somebody broke up with you. Maybe it was a wedding, maybe it's an anniversary, right before an anniversary, but it's okay, because this achieve, the things that we try to hide from our family, it gets influenced into our outside influences. So don't dwell on the past, right? Dwell on what's coming, and more great achievements are coming. Okay, so then we have a spirit. Family, friends, and guides, right? I told you they were going to come in. So this is the spirit. This is the guides, the animal totems. This is God. How all these blessings and miracles happen at Christmas, because they give you hope to keep dreaming, to do the manifesting. You may get a lot of things during this year that are physical, okay? But that's nothing to what's coming in 2020. It's going beyond that. Santa Claus is like the man who gives us gifts, and if we're naughty, not so much if we're not, and not so much if we're naughty. If we're really extra nice, right? You got that list, and the list is the manifestations of the things that we want, the spiritual gifts as well. And our angels are always with us, just like how the owl is divine wisdom that comes in for the truth and to listen. So like these guides, they come and they tell you, what to focus on. Right? Blessings, we had that. Don't be stuck on what you lost, okay? Because they're here to pick you up, to bring you into a beautiful 2020. And then we have the 4 of people, which is the teacher, right? Here you thought you were going to be just the teacher and the leader, but maybe this is the student that is coming in as well. This is definitely a number 5 event. So 5 is about emotions. It's about transformation. It's those of us who have a life path of 5. We're the pioneers. We're the one that sets things, makes the path we're foraging through the jungles, and we make that path for you so that you can follow. 5 is a monetary value. 5. So you have more monetary gain coming in. And this could be the student who pays you for you teaching them. So teacher. And if you're not the teacher yet, there could be a teacher such as myself that will keep teaching you and going through all of this knowledge. So using your spiritual gifts. So, the solar eclipse is like, are they ready to learn? It's like, yes, they are ready. They're soaking it in, and we're going to be using these beautiful gifts. So that is our reading. Wow, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I will put these in my own journals. Remember, January 1st, we're going to be doing daily Capricorn readings using the power animals. And so excited to add that. And, if you like what you see, share it. Because how is anybody, to find me if you're not sharing it and you're not interacting with me, because the algorithms. But my angels, they know that all this is coming in. I did a candle that burned really beautiful for wealth and prosperity for myself with my feng shui number, which will be in the Christmas blessing candle readings. And it's just shown the path, and I'm so excited to finally get the rewards of all of my labor for the last 10 years. So I'm happy to be single, happy to help everybody else. I feel like I am the bride, and how God is just going to flood me with so many beautiful gifts for all the things that I had to do for God, because somebody has to do the actions. So thank you again for joining me. Consider to subscribe, hit up here, subscribe, and also share. I'll have a couple of different things for you to watch, and those are all awesome and great. All of my messages transcend time and space, so that means that any message that I have anywhere in social media will be according to what you need at this particular time. And even if you don't or not aware of it, it gives you the signs and symbols to look for the syncing, this synchronicities that our angels and our guides will do to bring us all together into this beautiful unity. So thank you for joining me. I love you all. Bye-bye.